When you hit that point where your central nervous system starts to get really jacked up and you're like, the whole this thing.
Yeah. How does that go?
Yeah, I'm not doing it again.
Come on, bro. Let me see. Welcome to the Peak Performance Podcast, where we actually talk about everything, not just fitness and nutrition, but we like to talk about lifestyle, our faith, everything to reach your peak in every area of your life.
Check.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
So today we are going to actually talk about fitness and supplements. One of the most popular supplements ever. And it's actually for everybody. A lot of people think that creatine is only for men who are looking to just build muscle.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of
misconceptions.
Yeah. Did you know that they make creatine gummies for kids?
I didn't know they were for kids. I knew they made creatine gummies.
Right. So you can actually take those same gummies. Now, I was reading some of the reviews on these gummies, and anything in gummy form. I shouldn't say anything, because there are some things that are actually pretty potent in gummy form, but it always seems like it's not as effective when it's in gummy form, right? I read a lot of reviews that the gummies aren't as effective in gummy form, but
why?
I don't know.
Is it because they have to heat it like ridiculously in order to get the gelatin?
Gelatin. I don't know. Let's I
can word. I promise, guys.
Let me see. Why is creatine less potent in gummy form?
I wanted to make a joke right then.
Yes, creatine in gummy form is less potent, primarily because moisture and heat used in gummy production cause the creatine to degrade into.
Look at that.
What do you,
Third grade science came
I was
in
just
handy
gonna
right
say,
now.
what are you, a biologist?
Actually,
not
you
even
know
a biologist,
what?
a chemist.
So fun fact. Actually, I used to make my own ballistics gel.
Did you?
So I know how to make gelatin, so that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that makes Jello kind of knows how to make ballistics gel, except you have to do it like multiple times, and it's just a lot harder and thicker.
Yeah. So creatine, in the gummy form, people give it to their kids because of the neurological benefits.
Yeah, dude, I've been very interested in lately the stuff that I've been hearing about it, the neurologic aspects of it.
Yeah.
Like I think I get plenty of it. I think I should probably use it differently than I do now, which right now is like non-existent because I just eat so much. But yeah, I mean, I eat a lot of steak, red meat, so you get a bunch of creatine that way.
Yeah.
But I wonder if I could use some more. Probably could.
Yeah, everybody can use some more creatine. I saw somebody. I forget her name. Like, we could probably look it up, but she was saying like the magic number is like 20 grams of creatine taken daily. I know a friend of mine takes. I think he said he takes 25. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Creatine loading phase 20 to 25 grams per day for 5 to 7 days, which I've done that.
Yeah. So everybody does the loading phase, and then they'll drop down to like 5 or 10 grams a day.
Yeah.
I guess so. What the call would be is to stay at 25 all the time.
Yeah, I wonder what that would feel like. And so let me ask you: do you ever feel the difference between certain brands of creatine?
No.
Never?
Nah. So I'm super insensitive to things. Like anything that I do, I have to do a lot of it to even remotely feel anything.
Really?
Yeah, that goes for like if I'm getting surgery or something like that afterwards. Like, the painkillers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to have a problem with those, but
yeah.
I have to take a bunch of them to even start feeling anything.
It?
I'll tell that to doctors too. I'll be like, listen, dude, whatever you give normal people, like just double that and you'll probably get close.
Right. So you just have a high tolerance.
I have a ridiculous. My body just rejects everything that is foreign.
Really?
Yeah, that gets put into it.
Yeah,
not rejects, but it resists it.
Yeah,
like,
I'm super sensitive.
Really?
Very sensitive.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't. So like when people get a headache, which I rarely get headaches, but when people get headaches, they'll do like 2, 3, 4 Motrin. I literally only need 1.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes it's just me also being stubborn where I'm like, yo, I just need the edge taken off. Like I'll fight through it, but I just need the edge taken off, or any type of pain, right? I'm like, just give me just take the edge off, and I'll cruise with the rest. You know what I mean? I don't need the pain 100% gone.
Yeah.
You know, but one thing I've noticed, now I'm not bashing any brands of creatine, but when I take the Core Nutritionals creatine, I get a better pump. I feel more focused. I sleep better. I think that's about it, right? When I take, so I switched over mainly just because I couldn't order the Core Nutritional soon enough, but I switched over to Optimum Nutrition micronized creatine.
Okay.
And I don't get a great pump. Now a lot of people will say like, oh, creatine doesn't give you a pump, but
This rock is so hard, but you know what else is hard? Your muscles on creatine.
actually,
Well, yeah, it should make you retain water, which in theory would give you a better pump anyway.
Right.
It's essentially the same things that
right.
like testosterone does.
I don't feel as much of a pump. I feel a little bit more brain fog than anything.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
and
interesting.
I'm actually more tired.
Huh.
Weird. I'm more tired.
Is there anything else in that creatine? Like, is there
No.
beta-alanine? Is there some
No.
other weird?
I looked it up. I'm like, yo, what is the difference? You know, and one thing I will say, it still does. So the other thing that I like about creatine too is if you get a horrible night of sleep, it actually like negates the effects of sleep deprivation. And I think it has something to do with the neurological benefits behind it. But like, for instance, last night, I only got like 3 hours of sleep. I don't know why. I do know why. We had a little cheat meal last night. We went to grab some pizza with the in-law, and I had like 4 massive slices of supreme pizza. It was very good. And then Frank, shout out to Empire Pizza, he always gives the kids like a little brownie for free, right? Dessert. So I had me a little slice of the brownie, and we went to my mom's, and I had 2 Nutter Butter cookies. You know what I mean? So it was a good refeed.
Got after it a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good refeed. But and it was like 9 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? And I went to bed at like 10:30, and all that food. Now, mind you, I was at JR's yesterday working on his basement, so I didn't eat all day. So when I get in like that mentality, I'm like, yo, I gotta make sure I get my protein in, like out of everything. I'm like, I gotta make sure I at least get all my protein in. Well, I got all my protein in and then some. You know, I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna, this one meal a day. You know what I mean? The one meal for the day, I should say. I loaded just because in the beginning of the week I was kind of like in a too much of a deficit. So at the end of the
you feeling jacked up, or like what's your metric for being too much in deficit?
Really low energy. You know how you ever heard of NEAT? Your non-exercise activity thermogenesis.
Nah.
If you get too far in a deficit, your NEAT starts to go down, which is stupid stuff like, I really don't feel like getting off the couch, or I really don't even feel like going and getting the mail, or like me, you always make fun of me because I'm always like shaking my leg. Yeah, when you're in too big of a deficit, your body's trying to conserve energy, so you stop doing little things like even like bobbing your head to music, where you just feel just zoned out. You're just like, I'm not even here.
You know what's weird, dude, is that I feel that way when I eat too much.
Do you?
Or like not necessarily too much, but like if I'm in a big surplus and I'm really like pushing, trying to gain weight.
Really?
Yeah, I'll just get sluggish, man.
Really?
I will become an absolute slug, yeah.
I wonder if it's just like that insulin dump.
Maybe. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's got to have something to do with it. It's like, a Thanksgiving dinner nap right after, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with me, when I know I'm in a huge deficit, I'll start to feel that, to where even like if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I won't be super talkative, as almost like if I don't have enough mental energy to process, but so then I'll go home, I'll eat some food, and I'll feel better, you know what I mean? But that day, so I was building the secret room for Jalen's closet.
Well, it's not a secret anymore. Now it's on the internet.
Nobody knows who Jalen is.
All right.
Neither will they. Nor will they. So it just got to the point where, you know, I didn't eat all day, and I was trying to math, and math wasn't mathing, you know, when I was building. So
there you go.
I was like, I need some carbs, and I need them now.
Carbohydrates fuel the brain, according to Mike Menzer.
Yeah. So, when I got home after that, I felt amazing, you know?
Yeah.
So, but just all night, dude, I just felt jacked up all night. I felt just like I was tired but wired. Yeah. And I couldn't go to sleep. I was like, yo, what am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do now? You know what I mean? So I went from not feeling like doing anything to just jacked up. You know what I mean?
Yup, got you.
So normally when that happens, I have this magnesium spray that I spray on.
Yeah.
And that'll normally just knock me right out. I couldn't find it.
I have it at home.
Do you? Do you? It's the same one I use?
Yeah.
Oh,
you gave it to me.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I had
I don't really use it.
Yeah, well, I haven't used this in a while because I haven't felt like that, because like I said, I've been more tired, you know what I mean? And I've been like, normally on average I'll sleep about 6.5 hours a night. Lately, dude, I'm like, yo, I could crush 9 hours right now, you know?
Hell yeah.
But I go to bed 9:30, 10, and I still get up 4:30, you know, so I get 6.5, 7.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, last night I couldn't. I got 3 hours and felt like I couldn't function today, so I loaded up on creatine and I took a B vitamin and I'm fine. You know?
Check.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I know there's probably a lot of people out there that struggle with sleep and getting the right amount, and like if they don't get the right amount,
what's the protocol?
But yeah
So creatine, and I have a history of bad sleep, so I've definitely I've have a little formula to help me get through the day. So it's creatine, B vitamin. I actually have another supplement from Core Nutritionals called Hard. It's not what it sounds like. They should change the name to something else, right? So it's called Hard, but it has like DIM in it. It has L-theanine. It has ashwagandha in it. So it helps lower your cortisol while helping managing estrogen and your free testosterone. So I took that today too. So that little cocktail on a sleep deprivation.
So with B vitamins, that goes into like a whole methylation thing.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah,
that's huge. A lot of people actually have the MNFR gene mutation where they can't take B vitamins that aren't methylated or are methylated. It's like me, I prefer the methylated because that your body, it's the natural form. Right. You know what I mean? So especially I take a B vitamin that has B1, and B1 a lot of people are deficient in, and that's why so many people are stressed out. If you feel anxious just for no reason, chances are you are deficient in B1. And I think I told you this before. I found out I was deficient in B1 because I took magnesium glycinate, and and I couldn't sleep. And one of the telltales of being deficient in B1 is if you take magnesium glycinate and you get insomnia, you're low in B1. So I took the B1 and I started sleeping like a champ. So it's crazy when the body's depleted of the tools that it needs, what it can't do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I believe in the saying, it, you know, when there's something wrong with your body, when you give it the tools that it needs, it'll just naturally fix itself. You know, on top of like fasting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nobody fasts anymore.
No. Everybody just eats all day, every day. Yeah. I'm not one to talk right now because I'm just.
Well, you're trying to gain again.
Yeah.
What are you at right now?
I haven't checked in a little bit, but like 233.
Are you?
Right?
What's that in like month and a half, 2 months? Because you were 215-ish.
In May.
Were you?
Yeah, so it's been like 3 months.
Oh. Did you start gaining in May?
4.5 months. No, I just kind of maintained / went up a little bit just because I wasn't cutting hard.
Okay.
Actually, when did I? Was it May? The beginning of May, I was done, and then I started just eating normally throughout May. So and I was hovering around 220 or so, and now that so at the end of May would be beginning of June, and then so June, July, August, September now. Not all of September, but 3 and change months.
Yep.
So 3 and change months for 20 pounds.
Okay.
20. Sorry, 15. 13.
Not math. Not mathing right now.
Yeah, public school, dude.
And you're still eating the same diet?
Yeah, the same one that we threw up on the first episode.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wasn't it the same calories? It was almost the same calories,
Yeah,
just different foods.
It's almost the same amount of calories. It's like 20 or 30 less or something minuscule between the dirty version and that, where it's just all steak and rice and
how do you feel on this one as opposed to the dirty?
Full all the time.
Yeah, but do you feel like lousy at all?
Nah.
You're looking like you're getting your thickness back too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, why'd you have to flex?
A little bit. But I mean, I kind of miss the thinness, but whatever. It's fat is a natural part of getting bigger. You have to get a little bit fatter in order to get. But anyway, do I feel lousy? I don't think I really feel much different than when I was doing it dirty.
Oh, really?
Nah, not really.
I would have thought you would have
Because you're always full, man.
Yeah.
You're always full, and then you're always just eating more. So you always kind of have this underlying like tiredness because you're just like insulin dump or whatever. You're just okay. I'll eat this pound of ground beef for no reason.
Yeah.
Ground bison.
I know. I was just telling you the other day too. I think I want to try bison. I
Dude,
don't think
it's delicious.
I don't think I've ever had bison.
You have some bison. It takes like a third, 2/3 of half the time to cook as like 80-20 ground beef because it's super.
Does it taste
lean.
like ground beef?
No. It's got like a tiny bit more like venison-y taste.
Oh, okay.
Right, just a little bit.
Yep.
It's like people who eat squirrels will be like, that's not gamey. I'll be like, it's a little. I'll say
right.
For like people that don't eat squirrels.
Yeah.
It's a little bit gamey.
Yeah, okay.
Not quite as like venison.
Yep.
But like maybe halfway between ground beef and venison.
Okay.
So it's got that little bit of tang to it, but it's also like really good. Either she or I will mix up, like every now and again we'll get what the hell is the name of the seasoning? It's like a smoky some sort of seasoning.
Smoky mesquite?
Like a dry rub thing.
Oh, okay.
Smoky wood fired seasoning, and that
sounds good.
Just like throw it in a pan, sprinkle that on there, get some salt.
You ever
going.
make them into burgers?
I haven't. No, I've only ever ate it ground because I don't like burgers.
Yeah.
It's not, well, I shouldn't say I don't like them. I just don't like the whole process of making them, and then to just have to like eat this thing that I'm gonna have to just chop up anyway because I need to put it in rice. So
Right.
I just cut it up and make it small to begin with.
Do you like eating bread? Do you eat a lot of bread at all?
Nah.
No, me neither.
Not really.
I think I cut bread a while ago. Although I haven't had a chance to make bread with the unbromated flour that my mother got us all.
Yeah.
And I want to give that a shot to see if that's any different, because the unbromated is what they use in Europe. And that's why people don't feel like garbage over there. Everybody always thinks that it's like the gluten here. Yeah, gluten is, your body shouldn't really have it. But a lot of it's just the other garbage that they put in the bread. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Have you ever seen like those old things? We're kind of like really sidetracked right now, but have you ever seen those like things where it'll show like an ingredients list from like Wonder Bread in the 1950s? And it's like 3 ingredients. And then it goes to like today and it's like 37. And all sorts of like foods from back then versus now. And oh, dude.
Even like,
it like hurts me to watch.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, because these companies, they're intentionally doing things, right? They have some scientist in a lab somewhere that's like trying to figure out a formula where this thing will just when you eat it, it's just gonna dump dopamine into your
Yes.
system. So you're
Yep.
just like, oh, I need more and more and more of that.
So
it's
that
ridiculous.
is
I'm gonna start
actually
getting fired up.
that's actually a true fact because actually Knox and I were watching this guy. He used to be was he a part of the FDA? I can't remember. I'll try to find the clip. We might be able to find the clip here in a second because it's actually a really good clip. They so the FDA hired the same scientists that make cigarettes so that they can make the food as addictive.
The food industry and the processed food industry was created by the cigarette industry. So in the 1990s, the two largest food companies in the world were R.J. Reynolds and Philip Morris. But what happened is when the Surgeon General way too late in the 1980s said cigarettes were maybe problematic, these were some of the largest companies in the world with the largest cash piles of any company in the world. So what they did is they used their cash piles to buy food company. We think about the 80s as the Wall Street era M&A, a lot of deals. The two biggest M&A deals up until 1990 in world history were cigarette companies buying food companies. So you had in the 90s, these two cigarette companies very strategically do two things. They shifted their thousands of scientists who were experts at making cigarettes addictive to the food department. So we had the rise of ultra-processed food where our food now is a science experiment. The second thing they did is they created the food pyramid. So the cigarette industry, through the food companies they bought, paid off the FDA, the USDA, Harvard to create reports saying sugar doesn't cause obesity. And they lobbied for the food pyramid in the 1990s, we all remember, which said, animal-based fats are bad, carbs are good. Remember, carbs and sugar were basically the base of the pyramid. And that shifted. And you look at dietary patterns. Today, a child diet is 70% ultra-processed food. Now, what does that mean? Right? Those are literally foods invented by the cigarette industry to addict kids.
And the things that they put in the food to make it more addictive is what causes more health problems so that Big Pharma can make more money.
Yeah. Dude, absolutely.
It's
all interconnected.
Yeah, for sure. And even just seeing our ingredients list compared to overseas.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of things, and I mean that RFK Jr. is going through it right now to try to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. I already thought that Red 40 was banned, like we couldn't use it, but I'm still seeing Red 40 in a whole bunch of things. So I don't know what the timeline is where all of that stuff is banned. Because it's growing up we used to eat red Jello all the time, like, oh, this is great, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's killing your kidneys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's actually damaging your DNA, you know what I mean? Your whole genetic code. It's sickening.
Yeah.
Actually.
You're gonna get me fired up. Don't do that.
Well, it's probably good for a podcast.
Yeah. No, not what I have to say.
But yeah, man. So so creatine.
Back to the topic of discussion for today. After that little sidetrack,
I mean, it led pretty good.
Like we just kind of touched the surface and then we got really sidetracked.
Yeah.
So it's like let's
ADD
circle back.
The ADD kicked in. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So we were talking about like the cognitive benefits. Like, what sort of things have you been looking at / have you heard / seen, read, whatever?
Well, there's a huge misconception when people say, oh well, creatine's gonna make me look puffy. It's gonna make me retain water. I'm gonna look puffy. Well, the truth is it's not subcutaneous water that you are holding on to. It's actually intramuscular water that your muscles are retaining the water, which is why when you start taking and loading creatine, you go up like 3% in body weight, right? So it's not subcutaneous water that you're gonna notice and look flabby. Your muscles are what is retaining the water. So you can actually still get very lean and very shredded while taking creatine. People think that, well, I want to be able to cut. I want to be able to cut. So people think that you can't take creatine on a cut. You will look better taking creatine on a cut.
Yeah, you'll look fuller.
It's much fuller. You know what I mean? So it's not subcutaneous. For people that don't know what subcutaneous means, is it's not underneath the skin. It's not water that is underneath the skin that's going to make you look flabby and puffy. It's the water is being held inside your muscles, so your muscle is going to look fuller. Kind of goes back to what Justin was saying earlier. The reason why you feel a pump on creatine is because it's retaining water inside the muscle. Therefore, when you're forcing those reps out, it's just the volume that's being held inside that muscle increases because of blood, because of water.
Dude, is there any effect on like red blood cell count and stuff like that, and actually like improving hematocrit? And by improving, I mean increasing, not necessarily improving.
I'm not sure. Maybe that's something to look into. I've never looked into the red blood cell count.
I have never looked into it either. The only thing I've ever heard that does that is stuff like testosterone, where it'll jack your hematocrit through the roof.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh. Yeah, I wonder if it has, if it'll do anything. Shall we look it up?
Hell yeah. Let's get on. Let's fact.
As far as increasing the red blood cells?
Hematocrit. So let's see Steve's screen.
No, there is no evidence that creatine supplementation increases hematocrit.
Right. The reason that I asked that, right, is because obviously you get the water retention in the muscle, and you get the water retention in the muscle. The reason I'm asking about hematocrit is because that actually increases your body's blood volume. So you actually are producing more blood.
Okay.
And you are actually filling everything out with blood.
Gotcha. Why do people like to take creatine?
Yo,
does anybody?
Right on your forehead.
I know. I'm sitting here trying to swat it. People are probably like, "What's he?" It's just like it's like a little gnat that's just flying in front of my face.
I think it might be a mosquito.
Is it?
I think it was.
He's flying around here.
A little fella.
So, write in the comments if you actually understand the actual chemistry behind creatine. Why do people like to take creatine? What does it actually do?
That's a great question. I don't know. Makes me stronger.
Right. There's a reason why it makes you stronger, right? So when you're working out, your body, your muscles use muscle energy. It's called ATP.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So when you're working out and that lactic acid's building up and you start to get tired, that muscle starts to fatigue, the ATP inside of your muscle actually breaks down to ADP, adenosine diphosphate. If I said that, adenosine diphosphate. So what creatine does is it actually takes the ADP and it actually tacks on or transforms it back to ATP, just to make it a simple version.
Okay.
So that you get more reps. You get, if you were doing 8, you can do 9 this week, 10 the next, so it gives you more muscle energy back, and that's why you can get those extra reps. That's the real reason why people like to take creatine. Because it gives you that extra volume.
You're selling me on taking creatine again.
Yeah. It's good.
I know. I should be. I really should be taking it. I'm just lazy in the morning.
Really?
Just a lazy turd.
Do you still do protein shakes?
No.
Or do you get everything
no.
in food?
Hell no. I don't. No. Protein shakes are. I was just having a conversation with somebody about this today. Like, protein shakes are an absolute ripoff, dude.
Yeah.
It's silly. It's so silly. Just go eat some chicken. You know, or like lean beef or whatever.
The only reason I take protein is just after workout when I don't feel like chewing.
Yeah.
That's the only, like, you talk about being lazy, take creatine. After a workout, I don't feel like chewing.
I'll tell you what, I am the same sort of way with my with the bison. That's why I do ground bison, and that's why I like why we chop it up and like make it really small. Is because it's like you can just swallow it. You just throw it in and swallow. Throw it in and swallow.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing even with my chicken. I'll dice all my chicken up and I'll mix it in with my sweet potato.
Hell yeah.
And I'll just add my sauce on top and just, you know what I mean? The less bites I gotta take instead of just eating my chicken and eating my sweet potato. I'll just mix it all in. I'll put it in a bowl and just
make it cat food.
Seriously, seriously though, it's the least amount of chewing, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not eat cat food.
But it's high protein.
Yo, I want them reflexes though.
For in them 9 lives. But so that's the real reason why. That's the reason why people really like to use creatine. is for those extra sets. That's the science behind it.
That's the science behind it, but like end user ends up just being, it's a simple, caveman knuckle dragger, makes me stronger.
Right, exactly. Plus makes me smarter, plus helps me sleep better.
Yeah, dude. What about the neurological stuff? Do you notice any like neurological stuff? Because I'm a terrible source of information for this.
Well, because you have a high tolerance. Yeah. So yes, I do actually. So if I haven't taken creatine in a long time and I start loading it, the first week that I load it, oddly enough, I will be more, I'll be more withdrawn. I'll be more reserved.
Okay.
I'll be more quiet.
Introspective.
But I'll be more focused for sure.
Okay.
And then, might get a little brain fog. But after that, once I feel like my body's completely saturated with it, I sleep really good. I have a lot more attention. The pumps is what I notice the most. When I'm not on creatine, I feel like I have to focus more and I have to do more feeler sets before I get into my working set to get that mind muscle connection. But when I take creatine, it must just because they're filled already with water. When I start working out, I feel like I can focus right on the muscle connection right away. So yeah, that's what I notice neurologically when I take creatine.
Check.
So the one time, remember what was it, a couple months ago, you're like, oh, you should load 10 grams of creatine. I did it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I was taking 5 for a while and I was like, oh man, I'm getting really good results,
Yeah.
And then when I went to 10 grams, I did 10 grams for like 2 weeks, maybe even 3. I think it was 3. And for me, 10 grams a day, maybe I just had to let it, maybe I should have gone a little longer on it, but that's when I started to feel even more withdrawn because it was essentially like another loading phase for me, But that's just what I noticed, But like I said, I'm super sensitive with anything, because for the longest time I was cleansing my body of a lot of just junk, just a lot of garbage, So it's like now since I reintroduced things, like I wasn't taking creatine for years, dude, and then so a couple years ago when I started taking creatine again, I actually had the adverse effect of all the benefits. For like 2 weeks straight when I was loading creatine, I couldn't sleep. Huge amount of brain fog. I had crazy anxiety, which was weird. And the creatine was the only thing that I had changed. So, and that was like after I did like this massive cleanse, which is super weird because, you get creatine in beef, your liver makes creatine, but for some reason in that point in time, I'm pretty sure it's just because of what I was going through at that time. When I introduced the creatine into my body didn't like it. It was like, dude, what are you doing? So, but yeah.
That's strange, dude. I kind of wish I was that sensitive to stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
save money.
Yeah, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. I'm jealous. I'm a little jealous.
You gotta load a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't feel anything. So the last time I did like a loading thing with creatine, the first night I did it, I just slammed 30 grams of it. And that actually, I had like quite an upset stomach from
really?
that. I was like, that doesn't feel good. I might throw up.
Did you dry scoop it or did you mix it?
Hell yeah.
You dry scooped it?
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I have a hard time dry scooping anything.
Dude,
man.
you just send that thing in there. You take it like a pill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad because like
just, with the water.
Yeah, just boop, drop it in there and then glug 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 glug, and then
gotcha.
Send it.
Gotcha.
And that usually gets the job done for me. Every now and again, I hate. This is probably why I stopped taking it. That like gritty feeling you get on your teeth.
Yep. Yeah. 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 It's like a mini version of Pop Rocks.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just like you just went to the beach and just went ow
Ate
into
the. Yeah. Yeah. I used to when dry
little
scooping.
Crab came out of your mouth.
Yeah. When dry scooping pre-workout first was a thing back in like 2013. I believe. At least the first time I saw it. I used to dry scoop my pre-workout. And it was funny because, bro, I like choked on the dust. Like I like threw it back too much. I was like, who does this? This is stupid, you know? And it's like I coughed it out, and then that was just a complete waste because I couldn't like do another scoop of pre-workout because I'm like, well, I don't know how much I just got. And I'm like pretty like follow the rules, follow the directions type of guy. So I'm like, well, it only says take one scoop, you know? So I dry scooped it, completely hacked on it, coughed it out, and was like, well, I can't take that now.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know how much I got, and I don't want to overdo it.
So I usually, whatever the label says, I'll say, okay, that's the recommended dose.
Oh.
I can easily double that.
Oh, yeah, no.
No. So if it's like, you don't want to, do not take more than one of these a day. I'm like, Roger, that's a 4.
Yeah. Bro, there was one time when Monica and I first started dating, I feel like I OD'd on caffeine. Like it was an experience.
You would know. That's a ridiculous thing.
Yeah, it's so in the morning, this is back when I used to drink coffee pretty heavy. I had 2 coffees in the morning, which was pretty standard for me. Like I would wake up, I'd have a coffee at home, and then I'd drive to work and have a coffee. But on the days that I had off, I would still have my 2 cups of coffee. So I went and I got a Stewart's coffee. For everybody that doesn't know Stewart's coffee, it's like crack in a cup. Like it's a decent amount of caffeine.
Is it really?
Yeah, it used to give me the jitters, or even like, you know, regular people, it still gives the jitters, you know, but my body reached a certain level of tolerance. And actually, speaking of tolerance, I wasn't that sensitive back then because I was on a different protocol when I was working out. Back then I was actually trying to get strong, and I would take a lot of supplementation. And I wasn't that sensitive back then. So when it came to drinking the coffee, I drank a lot of coffee back then. I was framing houses, so I would just drink coffee all day just for the energy.
Is this right around the same time where you had your like health thing?
No, this was
Before or after?
After. Yep. So I was on medication. So one of the reasons probably why I wasn't as sensitive is because I was on a certain medication.
There you go.
So I was drinking a lot of coffee, and I was going to the gym that day, and I had my pre-workout. At that time, I was taking a product called Volt, and I forget who makes it, but the beta-alanine rush that you got off of that, plus the jitters. Oh yeah. And then on top of that, on the way, I always drank this thing called Pump, and the bottle
oxide booster.
Yeah, you're only supposed to drink half of it 15 minutes before, and it kicks in fast. And then drink the other half throughout your workout. Well, I drank the whole thing before the workout because I was like, oh, whatever. And then on the way there, I used to get the NOS energy drinks.
Oh my God,
yeah,
dude.
Bro.
What?
Yeah. And first of all, let me ask you this before I continue on with the story. Have you ever taken Yohimbe?
No, but I have heard some wild stories about it, like just destroying people's minds.
Yeah, so I took Yohimbe because of, at that time, what I was reading about the benefits in the gym. I took a Yohimbe pill. So it's just stupid, bro. Just coffee. Oh, I was jacked up, dude. I was jacked up. And I did this all within a matter of like a couple hours. You know what I mean? So I went to the gym with Monica, and I felt fine. We got going, and you know, I just felt like really amped up. The thing with the Yohimbe, super weird, right? I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but with the Yohimbe, when you're lifting heavy sets on Yohimbe, for some reason, maybe it's just me, but each rep felt orgasmic. Are you judging me right now, bro?
I'm not judging you. I'm looking at the internet and making sure the internet doesn't judge you. If you guys judge them, I swear.
But so
don't do that.
I just remember I was doing military press, and every rep, man, I was like, oh, this feels amazing, right? And I racked it, and I forget what I was moving on to next, but I had just got this crazy rush, just, and I was just like, instantly, I was like, I have to leave, like in an instant, bro. Just, I was like, I gotta leave. I can't be here right now. And Monica was like, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel right. My whole system
Panic
just
attack
felt
gone.
Yeah, but it was like, and before then I had panic attacks like crazy, right? That's the whole reason I was on that whole thing. But yeah, I was like, I gotta leave. And it just started just messing with me, and I got extremely nauseous. I started to sweat, and I slept.
Yep, that's caffeine.
Yo, dude. So Monica was in the middle of her set, and she's like, all right, well, let me clean up. And I'm like, no, we have to leave now. So I made her re-rack it, and we just booked. We got home, and we weren't even like living together yet. She was living at her dad's, and she's like, is there anything? And Monica being a nurse, she was like, is there anything I can do for you? I'm like, no, I just have to sleep. So she left. When she left, I remember I went down to the corner store. I was living with my brother at the time. I went down to the corner store, the little Union Mart, and bro, I got 2 gallons of water. And I told myself I'm drinking both of these today because I want to flush out whatever it is that's going on inside my body. Yo, I was praying something fierce. Like my whole chest was numb. It was insane.
Dude.
Yeah.
I want to know what the actual milligrams of caffeine that you took that day. Can we try to do like some quick math?
Yeah,
here?
so the coffees I drank were the Stewart's Double Up, so they were the largest ones you could get.
24-ounce coffees.
24 ounce. So, what's the average?
I think it's like 250 milligrams or 300 milligrams for 16 ounces.
For 16 ounces.
Yeah.
So I'm already like OD'd on 2 cups of coffee, plus the Volt workout.
Nah, dude, the LD50 for coffee or caffeine is like 5,000 milligrams or something like that. Yeah.
So the Volt,
look it up.
Pre-workout that I had,
LD50 for caffeine. So what do we got? LD50 milligrams per kilogram.
I'm not good with the milligrams to kilogram. So that's
let's
mice.
just say you're probably around 220.
220 right now.
No.
With
back then.
Yeah.
Back then you're probably around 220.
Yes.
Okay.
Weight wise.
So that's as much as makes no difference. 100 kilos.
Okay.
Right. So, so 397. Is that what that said?
Where's that?
397 milligrams per kilogram.
367.
367. So 367 times.
So that says in rats though.
100.
Does that make a difference for?
Kinda, but not really.
Because it goes by body weight.
Yeah.
What happens if you consume 5,000 milligrams of caffeine? Yeah, even death. So, anyways.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just say that 5,000 is like the number. So you were sitting at, let's see, just to start the day, we're at 600. How many milligrams of coffee? And she's got one.
Oh, okay. So how many
milligrams of caffeine in a cup of coffee? This is where internet. Please, if you've ever experienced some sort of caffeine-induced ridiculousness, please feel free to comment either the story or the amount of caffeine that you consumed down below.
So we have here 1 cup, 8 ounce of brewed coffee is 95 milligrams, but I had a double up, so I had 24.
Oh, 8 ounces, 95, so 200.
Yeah.
So we'll just say 200 is 200 is 16 ounces.
Well, I'll have
24 would be 300. So 600 milligrams
for the coffee.
600 milligrams of coffee.
Yep. So then let's see if they even bring up the Volt pre-workout. Volt pre-workout caffeine. So back then it was like a green container.
Well, as long as we get the same brand, it should be pretty close, right? I mean,
yeah. Where is the caffeine?
It should be just nutrition facts.
Where is it? Oh, this. Normally, come on.
There you go.
There we go.
One more. Come on. There it is. What
caffeine 200.
So
I had one of those.
800.
200. And then I had the Yohimbe doesn't count. Then I had the NOS energy drink.
All right, NOS.
160.
In a 16 ounce, you have the 16 ounce one?
Yeah.
So we're at almost a gram of caffeine within how long?
It had to be within 2 hours, 2 to 3-ish, at the most 3 hours.
So you're 1/5 of the way there, and you were already having a problem. So
yeah. So yeah, 1,000. Yeah, it was intense, bro.
So when I was really big, you can ask her too. Like we used to go out to breakfast, and I tried when I was like 260. I tried to have some caffeine, and it messed me up.
Really?
Bad, dude.
So you don't do caffeine anymore right now?
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay.
Now I do.
Yeah.
Because my blood pressure went way down, and like my all that health markers got better. So
nice.
I can drink coffee now. I like it. It's a sweet little treat in the morning.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But when I was that big, blood pressure was through the roof already. It would mess me up bad. I'd get all like shaky and just like my heart would feel like it's
Yep.
It was already like at maximum stress because it's trying to support 260 pounds.
I forgot. I had the pump.
Oh,
the pump drink. I had the full pump drink. I think it was N2O pump.
Explode? N2O explode?
Yes, N2O explode. But it said pump on the bottle.
That's definitely not it.
Pump drink.
It's made by Synthesix.
Yes.
There it is.
No, I didn't have that one. It was a ready to drink. It was a RTD pump drink. It was old, man. Not this stuff. Pump sauce? No.
Look up, just type after whatever pump drink, Syntha, SYNTHA 6, the number 6.
Well, it wasn't red. Yeah, it wasn't this. It was like a bluish bottle.
Oh.
But it was definitely N2O
Well, I don't know.
N2O explode pump. I know it had 300 milligrams. I don't know why I keep doing that. I remember it had 300 milligrams in the entire bottle. RTD.
Let's just see what the C-bum one is.
Which one?
The
right here?
Bum, yeah. Savage. Boom. Oh, six. I thought that said 640. I was about to say, oh my god.
Yeah, no, it wasn't this. This one was so this one's 260.
Oh, that's 260.
260.
Yep.
So 260. So
still
1200. So I'm like, well, technically 1300-ish.
Yeah.
Milligrams of caffeine within 2 to 3 hours.
It
was a rush, bro.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, it was a rush. So I definitely crashed hard. I was shaky. I was sweaty. And I drank as much as I could, dude. So and I actually even tried to throw some up, like just that logic. I was like just trying to throw up whatever might still be in there that might not have been metabolized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was intense.
Dude, I hate throwing up, man.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Nah. Nope.
Yeah. I'll wait till it comes out the other side as much as I can.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll let it bubble, and
I just won't do it. Like if there was something that was like gonna kill me, I'd be like, nah, just let me die. I'm good.
Yeah. No throwing up.
Nah.
It's crazy how we went from talking about creatine to throwing up.
Yeah, whatever. This is what happens when we're talking about life on a podcast.
It is. Yeah, but it was intense. I felt bad because, like I said, I pretty much like pushed Monica. But at the time, I couldn't think, dude. I couldn't think. I felt like I was just trying to survive in that moment. You know what I mean? Because I had panic attacks many times before, but this one felt different, dude. Like I went one moment just being as happy as can be, hitting my orgasmic sets. I racked the weight and just like, boom. You know, it's almost like, you know how after you get done doing a heavy set, it's like the runner's high, right? Yep. You're just like, oh man, this feels great. It was like that came first, and then it was just like, boom, you shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? You need to leave now.
Dude, I love so when I used to hit like heavy deadlifts, I would get like that when you hit that point where your central nervous system starts to get really jacked up and you're like doing the whole this thing on the way up. Like I
How
get
does that
to
go?
that. Yeah, I'm not doing it again.
Come on, bro. Let me see.
So when you do that like once for like a big 1 rep max, I would always add like adrenaline dump, because you just get crazy, like central nervous system activates, your adrenaline starts going, dump, and then it's like the greatest. I love adrenaline dumps, dude.
Yeah.
Adrenaline dumps for me are like the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
But yeah, you get that, like you sit there and your hands doing this,
Yeah.
like you're just standing there.
Yeah.
Like your legs are all.
You ever like on your way home after doing heavy sets and just you even just try to turn the radio up and you're all.
Yep. Dude.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. I love those, man.
That's great.
I miss those.
That's great stuff.
I'll get there. I'll get back there one day. But that's not the goal right now. I gotta get rid of this dad bod. What's left of it?
I'm gaining mine.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
It's
not a
it's
dad
a trophy.
bod, but it's like the performance dad bod.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The HP dad bod.
Is it HP or HD?
HO, high output.
Heavy duty.
HD.
Yeah. I just want to drop. I want to get. I'm looking to get down to 170. I truly think in order for me to get down to like 10% body fat, I probably have to get to like 160, and I don't look healthy.
Where are you at?
Right now I'm at 189. So I think to get down to that, or even just like single digits, I just don't look healthy. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
You are probably not meant to carry that little body fat.
Nope.
You're just not genetically coded to do so. Kind of like me. Like I don't look unhealthy when I'm that lean. I naturally, as soon as I get done with, like, if I'm going for a physique that I'm looking for, as soon as I get done, it just all comes back immediately.
Yeah.
But that's also partially from diet.
Right. And I think I want to get down to just like a nice walk around weight and then just start building strength again. You know, I got down to 165 once before and I felt like death. I felt like absolute death, dude. I wasn't sleeping the greatest, but I just felt weak, you know, and just the diet, for me to get down to that, super restrictive, dude. Like, I'm in the same boat right now, except I'm trying to go the other direction. Yeah.
Because I got done with the cut. Now I'm trying to rebuild, and I feel extremely weak. Because I'm
isn't
used to like.
Isn't that
I'm used to
crazy?
walking into the gym and just being like, all right, 135, 185, 225, all right, 275, yeah, sure. Maybe we'll put some elbow sleeves on.
Yeah.
315 for like 10, 12, whatever.
Yep.
And then go from there. It's like, dude, now it's like a struggle. Like
Yeah.
3 with 315, you're like,
Yeah. Well, your nervous system is just.
Well, yeah, I also haven't touched it.
Yeah.
I haven't touched a heavy weight like that in probably 6-7 months.
Yeah.
So
it's like trying to.
I say heavy weight with 315. That's not heavy, but
So this is just trying to rebuild that nervous system.
Yeah.
You know, I
you got to get everything firing again. Get all the muscle fibers lined up in the correct direction.
Yeah. Who's this one guy, Troy? They call him Superhuman Troy. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
I forget his actual name, but he came across the algorithm the other day, and he was talking about this pumps program, and I forget the bodybuilder that came up with the pump program, but it's just doing a lot of sets, dude. And I tried it for like 2 weeks, and it's pretty intense. You know, my joints felt really healthy. Actually, I like the protocol. It's lighter weight and just doing 6 to 8 sets of everything. And like 15 to 20.
Oof.
And the pump felt insane.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And it's only a minute rest. It's only 1 minute
That'll
rest.
definitely happen.
So you're doing your legs almost every day. So you get up, you work your abs. He did 1,000 reps of abs. I don't have time to do 1,000 reps of abs. I did as much as I could. I just kept it going. I'm like, this is what I have to dedicate. And that's one thing people have to understand. It's like done is better than perfect, right?
Yep.
Done is way better than perfect. Being consistent is what matters, right? So these people, these influencers that you see on the internet, set up these programs for the fast. This is the fastest way to drop weight, right? But it's also the most strict way to drop
Yep.
weight. All these programs that they set up, they're 2 month, 3 month, 6 month, right? But if you don't have the time to put in for those 2 month, 3 month results, done is better than perfect. Look at a year. You know, if you're in a better spot a year from now, then you're better overall.
Yep.
You know, but people are always thinking in seasons. I think we talked about that before. People are always thinking, well, I need to be by this weight by 3 months. That's cool to have as a goal, but what does your reality look like?
Yeah, unless you are willing. All right, so it's all about what you're willing to do, right?
Right.
So if you're willing to sit there and go to bed hungry every night for 3 months straight and
That's what it
feel
takes.
terrible
Yep.
and just get weaker and all these sorts of things.
Yep.
Yeah, you can absolutely lose a bunch of body fat in that amount of time, but if you're trying to like maintain anything or you gotta go slow.
Yeah.
You can't go fast.
Right.
And same going up.
Right.
You know, you can't get huge immediately. Like otherwise you're just gonna be fat.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like
right.
me right now.
Well, it's kind of like what you did on your cut. Your cut took you what, 3 months?
Yeah, something
3,
like that,
4
right,
months?
babe?
Something
Yeah.
like that. But you were super strict, right?
Yeah, I
You
was
were super
extremely
Right.
ridiculously strict.
But
Chicken and rice all the time.
You
That's
said
it.
you
That's
lost a ton of muscle.
a ton of strength.
Okay.
I think I retained a lot of muscle because the protein was so high and also supplementation was on point.
Right.
But yeah, mostly strength. I could tell probably right about, so I went down the first like 25 pounds was probably water. A lot of it was water. Actually, when I was 230, 235, somewhere in there, I actually hit the biggest like paused bench that I've ever done
Really?
on the way down during a cut.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was pretty wild for me. But after that point, it just kind of went, just lost like everything. Now I'm trying to rebuild all that.
Yeah. But so it's like kind of like what we were saying. If you were trying to retain strength, then you would take that cut slower, right?
Yes.
Essentially, you
Yeah.
would do a year
Yeah.
cut if you wanted to keep your strength up and do a 200 calorie a day deficit.
Yeah.
You know, as you sometimes your deficits are like 1,000.
Yeah, mine
You know,
are
like,
ridiculous.
yeah,
It's
like
stupid.
you're all in there.
But yeah.
you know, but you have that discipline to be able to do that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what we're talking about. You know, there are ways to do this thing fast, and if you want to do it fast, then you better be willing to put the work in. You
pain.
know,
Pain.
because
It's a pain thing, dude. You
Right.
gotta be able to suffer.
right, and this is one thing that I tell my clients all the time. To get to your goal body weight, your goal requires a certain amount of work, and you need to do all of that certain amount of work, right? If you just want to do the easy parts of that work, it's going to take longer.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But people are like, oh, well, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to sacrifice this, I have to sacrifice that. Well, yes. Either way, you're sacrificing something.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I got to sacrifice time to do this, to go to the gym. It's like, well, yeah, but if you sacrifice the gym, then you're sacrificing your goal. You know what I'm saying? So your body, your goals has a certain amount of work that is required for you to do. You know what I mean? You can do it as fast as you like. You can do it as long as you like. There's a program. Oh, what's it called? Is it rapid fat loss method? So what you do is you keep, and it's really rapid, but a lot of people can't really hang because it's so strict. So you keep whatever your goal body weight is. Like, let's say, so for me, I want to get down to 175 actually. I'll do 175 because I'm healthier at that weight. So I would eat 175 grams of protein,
Yep.
maybe 180.
Yep.
I would eat that, and then all of my carbs and fats would go extremely low.
Yep.
And I'm doing 10 to 15,000 steps a day, and I'm still hitting the gym 4 days a week, but that's a super restrictive diet. And you will lose a lot of weight doing it.
Yep. Absolutely.
But it's so hard.
Yep. That's how kind of basically what I did with my cut is I said, okay, what weight do I, or how much protein do I think I need for to be X weight? And I would just 1 gram per pound, right?
Yep.
I was like, okay. So I figured out what I needed to do in order to get where I thought single digit body fat would be, because I took my current weight when I was like 260 or whatever, 260, 270, somewhere in there, and I said, okay, I'm probably 15 to 20% body fat. Let's just say it was 18. I could still see abs, but faded.
Yep.
The picture last week was, or on the previous episode was, we'll show that, but so you kind of see abs are a little faded, whatever. It's like, all right, let's just, so little calculation, what's 18% of that? All right, so let's just say I lose all body fat. 0% body fat would be X.
Yep.
And that's my lean mass. And I'd be like, okay, that's the protein that I need to hit.
Yep.
Because all I'm trying to do is lose body fat. I'm not trying to lose weight. I was
Right.
just trying to lose body fat.
Right.
And so that's how, that is how I got my protein number. And then I said, okay, I need to be able to perform carbs.
Yep.
At least however many match that.
Yep.
And then fats are
Whatever
happens, what happens.
Yeah.
without getting too careless.
So you calculate your carbs, like, all right, this is the amount of carbs I want to have just to be able to perform my workouts, and then you just fill in the fats afterwards.
Yeah, the fats don't matter to me really as much.
No.
Because you're just gonna get them somehow, some way.
Yeah,
anyway.
in all foods there's something.
I care more about protein and carbs
Yep.
than I do fats.
Yeah.
And I also care. So for me, protein, carbs, calories. Fats I don't really care about.
Right. Because you'll just naturally get them, whether you're cooking with them and stuff like that.
Yeah, butter, whatever.
Right. So that's only when you're bulking.
Cutting.
Oh, that's when you're cutting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When I'm bulking, it's what's my goal weight, and then I'll go for protein, base it off of that. I need at least that.
Yep.
But right now, the way I'm doing it is just calories and getting as much of that from lean meat as I possibly can.
What are you doing for vitamins? You doing any vitamins
steak.
and minerals? Oh, okay. Eggs?
I mean,
You doing
dude,
eggs?
so you get so much.
You do.
From the steak and the bison. You really, I mean, you'll just have really, you can take all the vitamins in the world, you'll just have really expensive pee. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how I kind of look at it.
Yeah.
So
I truly think the only ones that are worth taking it, I've said this before, is just a really good quality B vitamin. I mean, there's like a lot of people are deficient in like copper and zinc and iron, ironically. So maybe getting a good quality one of those, but everything else, all those other vitamins, they're super easy to
you get iron in steak, in the red meat.
Right.
You get lots of zinc also in red meat, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
The copper, yeah, you do. But the copper, I think, lies in all the organ meats.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
pretty sure.
I don't know much about
Yeah.
that. What I was doing, I wish I had the list. When I was on the way down and I was being super strict and I was actually supplementing because I wasn't getting everything that I needed in because it was such a restrictive diet. I think I was doing like Tudka, L-carnitine. That's a whole other topic that we can dive into.
That's a good one.
Glutathione, and then magnesium, glycinate in the evenings, and omega-3s. Like, I was hammering everything that I really needed.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there's one more. Vitamin K2, D3K2.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. A lot of people don't know to put them together. People don't even know what K2 is.
Yeah.
That
I don't either. They just told me to take it, so I took it.
It's good. It's there's a lot behind it. It literally helps like clean up your arteries, which is a really good thing.
Well, it sounds like I just died a little bit. It sounds like I should probably actually re-pick that back up then, because I'm eating a lot of red meat and a lot of fat.
Yeah, but back in the 1930s, they ate a lot of red meat and fat.
True.
But they also moved 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
But you do manual labor though too.
Relatively.
So, yeah. Well, you're moving a lot though at work, aren't you?
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it depends on the day. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But Yeah, no, K2 is good. One of the best forms to get it is sauerkraut, actually.
That's the other thing I was doing. Was B6.
Oh.
So what is that called?
What,
there's
B6?
There's a name.
I forget.
P5P, that's what it is. P5P.
Oh, the actual brand, the name
No,
of it?
no.
It's a long
P5P
name.
is the,
It's a long name.
Yeah.
That's why I don't remember it. I just know B6 is good for like serotonin and just like a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
I mean, B vitamins in general.
Yeah,
Nerve function.
I really should probably start back up on all those things. I'm having like a revelation right now, guys. So bear with me. Like I'm having a revelation.
You might feel better. It might negate the tiredness that you're feeling.
Yeah, it might. That's probably a good idea. I guess, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do an experiment over the next few weeks. I think I'm going to start eating a bunch of vitamins again.
Yeah, it might, because if you're getting like that insulin dump, it definitely might help stabilize it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not doing the L-carnitine yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for that, but I might add the other stuff, the P5P,
I actually used to take. We talked about Synth-6 earlier. I used to take the Synth-6 L-carnitine. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Ronnie Coleman.
Lightweight.
Yeah, Ronnie Coleman, big L-carnitine guy.
Yep.
Huge L-carnitine guy.
Everybody want to be a power lifter. Nobody want to lift some heavy weight.
Everybody wants to be a
bodybuilder. That's right.
Nobody wants to lift no heavy
weight. Yeah. Yeah, baby. I used to before I used to squat, back when I was a real boy. Before I used to squat, I used to pick it up and I used to go boom.
Oh my god.
I did.
Are you serious?
Yeah. For Ronnie Coleman.
Oh god. Just give me the boo for Ronnie. Do it for Ronnie.
That's it. Put it on a t-shirt.
do it for Ronnie.
Do it for Ronnie.
Dude.
Nobody would understand what it is.
Yes, absolutely they would.
If you were in a gym.
Yeah.
And put his picture there.
Like the outline.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of that's like copyrighted, if we could actually use that on a t-shirt.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
Yeah, all right. Let's send it. let's get some copyright strikes on this thing.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm interested to see how you'd feel if you started taking your vitamins again.
Yeah.
Wow, this camera just like.
All right, brother, you got to take your vitamin. Listen here, brother.
Is that Hulk Hogan?
Yeah. Yeah,
brother.
dude. I mean,
yeah.
We got it going on right now.
You're missing the bandana.
Yeah. Dude, so when we were when I was down in North Carolina for a little bit, and my wife and I went to go. This is sidetrack, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but this is important. So we went to Fort Bragg. We were driving through the gate, and I didn't have a pass or anything like that to get in, and we were trying to look for something, an ice cream spot or whatever, and it just happened to be in the base. We didn't know it was on base. We just kind of were going for it, and then all of a sudden the highway turns into an entrance gate. It's pretty wild. So we go to pull in, and this security guard, some like 20-year-old kid, man, he's just out there just doing it.
Yeah.
So we go to pull in, and I just see him, like, his face lights up. He's smiling, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, what's this gonna be? As soon as I pull up, roll down my window, he hits me with the brother. And I'm like, it caught me so off guard. I had this going on and everything, dude. It caught me so off guard. It was amazing.
Gee. Well, since I did the intro, you could do the outro.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
First of all, why does this? Remember that movie Wayne's World?
No, I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
You don't? Oh man.
You gotta remember he's 5 years younger than me.
Well, I just.
Oh man.
Wayne's
You gotta
World.
hit me with that.
Wayne's World. That's what we just looked like when we went. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. When we did that, it just reminded me of Party on, Wayne.
Really?
Here we go.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for this week. So until then, good night. Party on, Garth.
Party on, Wayne.
It's Wayne's World, party time, excellent.